Have you ever noticed how much energy it takes to keep it all together, no matter what else is going on around you, to try and harness everything and push everything down? And have you ever noticed how at one point you might have felt that was a strength, but lately it's starting to feel more like a restriction? I always believed that being in control meant that I was dependable, and I wanted to be. I wanted people to feel like they could depend on me. So I would always give the image that I was in control, and because it meant I was capable, right? Being in control means that you're capable. That's what I always figured. So it followed for me that being out of control or not being in control meant that I was somehow immature or not worthy, and I guess kind of leading to somewhat of a failure. So I built walls to protect myself from feeling those emotions, to make myself feel safe, to protect me from the external environment. The world is small and safe when I do this. And so over time, these walls don't just stop the outside world from coming in, they would stop me interacting with the outside world, hence leading to isolation and disconnection. The walls might be keeping the storms out, but they're also stopping the sunlight from coming in. So I started realizing that control has a cost. It might be keeping the pain suppressed, but it was also minimizing my gains. Not only was it keeping connections at arm's length, but it also was keeping a rein on my self-expression and my freedom of expression. When we tighten everything inside us, when we hold everything in, when we don't allow expression, nothing can breathe. And when nothing can breathe, nothing can grow. And I'm moving on to something which I've just discovered. I've got like a new analogy which I came up with today, and it's sprung from, I'm looking at composting for this cafe that I'm doing, and it's come from me looking into compost and the process of compost, and I'm kind of when I am applying it to growth, to human transformation and growth and evolution. So I'll get to that in a bit. I used to think letting go meant losing control, but now I see it completely different. I see it as loosening the soil that's at the root of that conditioning. And as I loosen that soil, I allow water to sink in. And as I loosen that soil, I'm turning it and bringing it up to the surface. So bringing emotions up to the surface, as you do when you turn soil for composting, right? We are allowing ourselves to grow through that matter, to transform that matter into from something that no longer serves us into new soil, which in fact regenerates us. So regenerating the soil within us and bringing that regenerated soil up to the surface. So when we stay open, when we are in that bottom layer of soil, we're not just exposing ourselves to vulnerable situations. What we are doing is we are allowing ourselves to work through that soil and use heat and light to regenerate that soil. And as it regenerates in terms of our being, it facilitates a transformation in our human psyche as we turn the soil, bring the stuff that's right down at the bottom and expose it to warmth and to light, regenerate it, and it becomes a matter of transformation for us. I've just come up with that today, actually. Quite proud of that. What control costs us is regeneration itself, transformation itself. Every time we choose openness, over control. We compost something old with light and heat, and we regenerate that soil, and we transform ourselves into something new. Nothing is wasted when we learn to stay open, and that is emotional composting.